G'day there mates, my name is Mr. Magilla-cutti, and welcome back once again to my channel. Today we'll be continuing the story of Horizon 2, The Forbidden West. Now where we left off in the previous episode, we did a few things around the landfall again, Legacy's landfall, sorry, including a vista point, finding a long lost brother who didn't make it, and finding the lost black box there. So, we pretty much done everything that we could at the moment within our abilities, and today we will be returning to Aloy to find out about his arm. Going to be having a chat with the chaperone back in the grove, and after that we'll see what's going to happen with Festus. So strap in, who knows how long this is going to be. Let's get started.
With strength.
Alrighty. And back in we go. Back in we go.
You stood certain in battle after all.
You an ally just for today?
Good thing I have a little something called strategy.
Talk yourself up all you want. Look at this.
Come learn about Blight as a soldier of GAIA.
Charging at an enemy blade.
Let none doubt the strength of the Outlander's
Moments
blade.
later, the entire grove was filled with lights.
Like the days of the first Tenha.
Even more, the truth of the visions was revealed to us. Then, we gathered here and listened to Faraday's words.
And this was the same message Chief Hikaru saw.
Made up the vision.
Oh yes,
Guess I was wrong.
unity against our common struggles. Peace
It was a vision
instead
that no
of
one else could
war.
ever see.
I wish I could have seen it.
Well, it's a good thing
Aloy, I was just telling Cavo how you revealed the visions after Regala's attack on the cool route.
I've always wondered what Chief Hikaru saw and heard the day he conquered the Grove. Now we know.
I'm sorry you don't get to see it too.
It's okay. I know a chaplain who was there.
The deeds of the Ten have always inspired us in battle. Now they will guide us towards peace as well. All thanks to you, Aloy.
Well, I'm glad we got that bit in. Alrighty, with all that done, let's head back to base.
To witness this.
How's this? What brought this on?
Stand strong.
With everything that's happened,
Blade be bright.
The 10 guide. It's an honor. Blade be bright.
Now, and this is something I know I should have done, but I did decide. What the heck? Oh, that's right. I forgot about that one. God. Forgot about that one altogether. Alright, we'll do that first, and then we'll head back to base. God damn it, I completely forgot about that altogether.
Zoe, are you there? I'm in Plainsong and it's amazing. It's just like you said, the fields are back in bloom.
And we have you to thank for it. If you hadn't come along, the Utaru would still be starving, under siege by machines.
I'm just glad it worked out.
Yes. First Plainsong. Next, the world.
Bloody hell, that's beautiful. Such a drastic change straight away. That doesn't sound good. Apex?
Aloy! Nice of you to join me.
Thought you could use the backup.
Come here. Out of him. Too early. All right.
You okay?
You arrived not a moment too soon, Huntress. I thought I heard a Longlegs call, so I hastened to follow, but I was caught unaware by these machines instead. There it is again.
Let's go find it.
Oh dear. One more moves coming up.
Sounds like our long legs at the top of that cliff. Oh, looks like we're climbing.
We'll make quick work of it.
That's so.
This reminds me of my early days as a veteran. Always running off to hunt in the wilds. As far away from plain song as possible.
What changed?
I saw my first Utaru students become fighters worthy of any Tanaka clan. I felt useful, like I belonged. And so plain song became home.
I'm sure Corey will find his place too.
I hope so.
It's just a hard time to adjust, especially since the poor bugger's been blinded.
Almost there. It sounds like that long leg isn't alone up there.
I'm afraid there's our long leg. And the Utaru fell. Might be best to silence it before it can call reinforcements.
Good idea. Where's that glow shot arrow? Nope. Here we are. Alright, get some plasma on those canisters of it.
We're in trouble.
She won't be bothered by acid.
Oh yeah, I got a new blast thing, so I don't need to use that one anymore. Yeah, it's definitely a lot stronger. No overdraw, but oh well.
I need you.
Not busy yet.
Machines incoming.
That's the long legs down. Horse rider. Horse.
Use this to reload. Take this, Outlander.
Takes care of you. That's what these do. Thanks.
Think fast.
That's what wants to do.
Now we salvage the part we came for.
Sounds fun. Right, one leg is back up here. Excuse me, Barbar sheep.
Care to show me our prize, Huntress?
Hold on.
Many thanks, Aloy. Without you, I might have been in trouble. Why don't you take that piece to Corey for me? The villagers felled by these machines need to have their seeds buried properly first.
Are you sure?
Tell Corey I better be the first to hear that song of his when I return.
Alrighty, let's head back. Wrong one.
Help fight off the Germans near the border.
Plus it saves me a bit of resources. I won't be completely filling up the hour pouches. Got a lot of these, I'll say that much. I think that will do us for now.
So I heard.
We stalk, we strike, in the hunt, and in business.
Corey.
Aloy? I thought you had left Plainsong.
Well, I thought about it, but then I'd have to carry this long leg throat all by myself.
You found
Jax did.
that old man?
Can still hear perfectly fine. So let's hear it.
I'm gonna need some help. Aloy, can you take this to the workbench, please? You won't have to do much, I promise. You'll see a wide cavity on the instrument. That piece should fit right in.
Okay then.
If you want to improve your next hunt, let's
I think it's good to go.
Not bad.
A song of two peoples indeed.
Thank you, Aloy. My debt to you seems to only grow.
Hearing that was payment enough.
That may be, but you should at least take this. You deserve it.
May the wings of the Ten hearten your step.
Alrighty. Gotta admit, they must have did quite a lot to try and get that instrument sounding right to record onto here. So, kudos guys, kudos. Okay, back to base. Still gotta talk to Aloy about his arm. And then we'll talk to GAIA about the Omega. The Omega, oh, right, sorry.
The old ones created so many wonderful inventions to help others, to help the planet. Technology really can be an amazing thing.
Yeah, until it gets a mind of its own and decides to kill everyone.
You're just a ray of sunshine, aren't you?
Only for you.
Alright. Looks like we're gonna be chickadee-chatty with everyone now.
There she is. Heard you had an interesting time at Thebes.
Maniacs, lava, what's not to like?
I'll remember that next time I go traveling.
At least I got what we needed to trap Hephaestus.
Good thing I got my gear ready then.
You look tired?
Ha! You never want to hold back, are you? I've just been making sure that I got everything down for this mission of yours. I wouldn't want to be the usual screw-up out there.
You'll do fine, Errant. Have you spoken with Alva yet?
Yeah, when she's not reading the archives like a giddy kid drinking her first ale. She took to that new focus quick, that's for sure. I gotta say, I'm a little jealous. But I can see why you two hit it off.
I should get going.
As soon as you want us heading out to those cauldrons.
I'll give you the heads up.
Alright. Varl.
From the look on your face, I'd say the mission was a success.
I got Omega clearance. Is everyone ready to head out to Cauldron Gemini?
As soon as you give the word.
Did Alva make it here all right?
Our new Quen friend. The moment she laid eyes on the archives, she jumped on them like a long leg.
Sounds about right. Now that I have Omega clearance, we can grab Hephaestus and finally have the advantage over the Zeniths.
Can't wait to see their faces as they stare down a bunch of charging Thunderjaws.
Better them than us, for once.
I agree.
Once GAIA is back up and running, I expect you to put all your training to good use.
The seeds have been planted. All they need is a chance to bloom. What? I thought that was pretty good. Zoe liked it.
I'm glad you and Zoe found each other.
Don't forget, you're to blame for that.
I should go get this to Gaia.
Of course. Let us know when we're needed.
Got a lot of talking to do first, but yeah. And this might be a bit of a shorter episode, because God knows how long we're going to be back in once we go after Festus.
Welcome back.
Good to be back. Have you met our new Quen guest yet?
I could barely keep up as she gave herself a tour of the base. Varl gave her a new focus. Though when he told her she was free to access all the data we had here, she turned so pale I thought she'd faint on the spot. We showed her to the archive room so she could see for herself. She hasn't left the place since.
Sounds like Alba.
All that data, no surprise.
Read anything interesting lately?
I found out the old ones use leaf infusions like the Utaru do. Tea, they call it. Apparently it helped soothe them. That and some sort of scented wax they used to cleanse their aura. Plus something called bubble baths. Me, I think I'll stick to singing to calm the nerves.
How are things with everyone?
Slightly quieter. Aaron's been busy scouring data on his newest obsession. Apparently the old ones wrestled machines as some kind of performance. Called it metal versus meat. A must-see battle between steel and flesh, as Aaron likes to put it. You'd think we have enough of that going around as it is.
Reminds me of that movie, Real Steel, where the robots are just boxing with each other. Now, man versus machine. Who would have thunk?
I need to get going.
Right. You've retrieved the Omega clearance. That means we'll be going after Hephaestus soon. I'll make sure my gear's ready.
Good golly gumdrops. Aloy?
Aloy, well met. We've been briefed on our mission, and are ready whenever you wish to head to Cauldron Gemini.
Were you able to finish the new arm Gaia was helping you with?
Indeed. I was hoping we could discuss it, if you have a moment.
Have you spoken with Alva?
The Quen is peculiar. Nothing like a Tenakth. Her mind is sharp, that much is certain. But it's hard to imagine her surviving in the wilds.
Trust me, she's tougher than she looks.
I will take your word for it.
Yeah.
How are your studies going?
I wanted to learn more about the world of the Old Ones.
And?
I looked up this pharaoh Gaia said you went looking for, and learned about the plague of machines he unleashed. To think that the ancient world was wiped out by a mistake. A single miscalculation. There is no glory or honor in such a fate. Only hubris and pointless death.
That about sums it up.
Pretty much.
You wanted to talk about your arm?
Indeed. It's time to test it. And I want you to be there.
Okay. How are we doing this?
Not how. Where? Will you meet me where we felled Regala's tremor tusk? Right where the river bends?
Sure, if you want, but I'm not sure I understand.
You'll see when we get there. I promise.
Then I'll let you know when I get close.
You have my thanks, Aloy.
Guess the video's going to be a lot longer than I thought.
I have to go now.
Then do not let me keep you.
Like I said, I'll call you when I'm close to Regala's old outpost near the bulwark.
May the Ten guide your way.
Alright, time to talk to our new companion. And see if Beta has anything to talk about other than complaining. Yep, she's described it.
Aloy!
Right to work, I see.
There's just so much. I mean, we knew of artificial beings that served the ancestors, but Gaia? Oh, she's amazing! And you, a true reincarnation of an ancestor. genetically speaking, of course, not like the, late CO. And there's more ancestors out there, returned from beyond the stars. Of course, they're trying to kill us, which is not great. And Eric Visser is with them, which is disturbing. And then there's Hephaestus, and...
Okay. How about we take it one step at a time?
You're right. I also owe you an explanation for everything that happened at Landfall.
She's definitely giddy. Sounds a bit like me when there's a new game coming out soon. Alrighty, a bit of knowledge.
Back at the greenhouse, you spoke of knowledge forbidden to your people.
Diviners are meant to seek out the truth in the legacy, and many Imperials sponsor them in the hopes they'll find something the Empire can put to use, thus gaining favor with the Emperor. But the Board of Overseers claims certain truths are detrimental to the stability of the Empire, like discovering one of our revered ancestors ended the world. That is why Diviners are only allowed to access segments of the legacy. Only Overseers can view it all. It ensures that any heretical data can be contained and retrieved before it can spread.
What happens to Diviners who break the rules?
I never had the courage to ask.
I guess it's not pretty.
You said you owed me an explanation for what happened in Thebes. I'm listening.
Right. I'll start at the beginning with the CO. He was an Imperial, the Emperor's nephew, in fact. As such, he sponsored many Diviners to search the legacy for anything that might help the tribe, and himself.
Cool.
He took a special interest in anything related to Ted Faro, whom we considered the greatest of the ancestors.
Ted Faro, revered ancestor. That's tough to take.
I know better now, of course. Anyway, the Diviners discovered that Faro spent a great deal of time in San Francisco. In fact, many of the most important ancestors did. So the Emperor's nephew convinced him that an expedition across the ocean might solve our most pressing problems. If only we could find the right data in this fabled city. Perhaps we could roll back the floods and storms that threatened our people. The Emperor declared that all the tribe's resources be poured into this endeavor. Dozens of ships were built, scouting missions were dispatched, and the Emperor's nephew was named CO, one who wields the legacy for the good of the Empire. The living embodiment of Ted Faro, a renewer. It may seem strange now, but for a time, he carried all of our hopes. We really believed he would save us. We had no idea just how perilous the journey would be.
You said the expedition across the sea was more dangerous than you thought it would be. What happened?
We lost most of our ships to hurricanes, and scores of soldiers perished to hunger and disease. And that was before we even hit the coast. Once we landed, machines ripped our patrols apart, and we struggled to replenish our rations. There were bright spots, to be sure. We found Thebes and the greenhouse, but nothing improved the CO's mood as his dreams of saving the tribe were slowly dashed. He became more and more obsessed with Thebes and what lay behind its door, and more convinced that the title of CO was no mere honorific. You heard him, spouting nonsense about Pharaoh's essence and some kind of becoming. We knew these weren't the words of a sane man, but he was quick to put any who spoke out in front of a firing squad.
What a great guy.
The Quen are wrong about many things when it comes to the legacy. I can see that now. But what the CO became was a complete perversion of what principled diviners stand for. The pursuit of truth. I'm sorry you had to endure his madness. I'm just glad it's over. For everyone.
Fitting in to such a shallow man.
So, Bohai, your overseer. Will he run things better than CO?
He won't execute people on a whim, if that's what you mean. But he's hardly a paragon of integrity. I can't tell you how many times he took credit for data in the legacy that I uncovered. The best thing I can say about him is that he can be trusted to always do what's best for him.
Yep, sounds about right. The ancestors, is that what your people call the old ones?
Yes and no. The ancestors are the greatest of the old ones. Those whose legacy taught us agriculture, medicine, warfare, leadership, and patronage of the science and arts.
The CEO called Elizabeth Sobek an assistant. What's that about?
Right. Well, any old one who has made minor contributions or worked extensively under one of the ancestors is called an assistant. That's how we thought of Sobek, until we met you. Our limited access to data past the late 2040s has obviously misinformed our view of the past.
And that's why CEO thought Elizabeth was their assistant. Till later on, but they knew nothing about how she was a true savior, the one who actually created Zero Dawn. Then again, they were limited by the focuses.
You mentioned the reason you came here was to help your family. Your sister...
Her name is Alika. Our parents are commoners. Peasants, really. When I passed the divination exams, they were so proud. It brought honor to our family and increased rations. Only Alika begged me not to leave for the research academy.
Why? What happens there?
Alika knew that once you enter, you're not allowed to leave or see anyone, not even your family. Unless you can get special permission and an escort by an overseer.
It sounds harsh.
Like the focuses we keep, diviners are few in number, and the Empire is, well, fearful that outsiders will try to steal our knowledge. Last time I was allowed to see my family was just before our voyage here. Because of my position, I was able to get them refuge from the floods within the capital. But if our crops don't recover soon, they'll starve to death along with everyone else.
I promise I'll do my best to make sure it doesn't come to that. You mentioned Eric Visser? How do you know about him?
The Zenith who tried to kill you? He is known to the Quen as the Protector. Combing through data related to his work led us to breakthroughs related to weapons and military tactics. Knowledge our rulers used to conquer and expand, to become the empire we are today. That's why he's one of our most revered ancestors. But based on your encounter with him, it appears he's even more ruthless than we ever imagined. Yet another distorted interpretation in the legacy.
Well, at least you're piecing together the truth.
If only the overseers back home would do the same.
Beta mentioned other Zeniths. Tilda, Verbena, and Gerard.
I'm afraid I don't know anything about them. Whatever legacy they left behind, the diviners haven't recovered.
I see you've been using your new focus.
It's been fascinating. So much better than the version the Quen have. What would have taken me years to sort through, like the database you helped me recover, with this, I've been able to establish search parameters to speed up the process. This could revolutionize how diviners analyze the legacy. That is, whatever part of it the overseers would actually let us study.
Fair enough.
You wanted data, you'll find lots of it here.
A diviner has never had this sort of unsupervised access to archives such as this. And knowing you, I suspect there is much that would normally be forbidden held within them. But I was sent here to help you. I would be remiss to ignore any truth laid before me. Maybe it'll help the Quen find their way back to the path of truth.
Who knows? Who knows?
I imagine you don't know anyone here that well yet, but they're a good group.
It's funny because one of your friends is, well, another you. Not that you are the same person at all. I mean, you are, as in, you're both genetically Elizabeth Sobek, but even so, you're different.
Yeah, we are. I hope everyone's been treating you okay.
Oh, yeah, of course. They've all been extremely welcoming. And they share the knowledge they learn on their focuses with each other freely. It's refreshing. Back home, diviners can only share data with the permission from the overseers.
Sounds restrictive and stifling.
You are not wrong.
I need to get going, but if you need anything...
All I need is to help you succeed in your mission. The plan GAIA told me about, to capture Hephaestus, it will help set things right.
I hope so.
Then I will do whatever I can. I promise.
Alrighty. Have a quick talk with Beta to see if there's anything new with her. After that, we'll go talk with Aloy about his new arm. There we are, stairs are this way. I guess she wants to be left alone. Anyway, Aloy. What was last?
Pretty sure this is where Kotalo wanted us to test his new arm. Not sure what he has in mind, though. I should contact him. Let him know I'm here. Hey, Kotalo. I'm by the Tremor Tusk site, where we agreed to meet. Want to test that new arm of yours?
I'll be there shortly. Thank you for waiting.
Maybe now you can tell me what we're doing here?
Not just yet. Follow me, please.
Okay. Tanaka's secret. That's weird.
Someone's being awfully mysterious.
You took your sweet time telling me what you wanted to do to the bulwark. Consider this my revenge.
Fair enough.
Gosh, becoming a real smart aleck now. And hopefully this new arm will help him when we decide to take on Gemini.
This is it.
What am I looking at?
Oh, you'll see. Come.
Alright, talk to me, Kotalo.
I wish to test the arm on that. It has menaced the valley for some time. Killed more than a few of the Sky Clan. But no longer.
I'm honored to help.
Ooh.
After you.
Let's get to work.
Let's see how this thing likes the taste of metal.
That way, we'll be breathing fire.
Right, now! Try shocking it! Hit that weak spot! Here's some ammo.
Use the purge water.
And a one-armed man. Too much for you.
There's the cannon.
Now, hit it!
Ouch! Oh, damn it.
That's what I needed. Well, I think it's safe to say the new arm works fine.
Agreed.
Then why are you taking it off?
This is what I am now. What I overcame. Anything else feels... wrong. Like a disguise. I'll use the new arm when I need it, but the rest of the time, I will simply be myself.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
You have my thanks for doing this with me. Here. Something to mark our victory.
Thank you. I'll see you later, man.
The 10 be with you, Aloy.
Don't agree with only using then. When it feels needed necessary. And that need will definitely be when we take on.
Can survive freezing? So can I.
When we take on, when he decides to take on the Zenith, if they decide to come for him for Cauldron. I think it's well suited. And I know that. Sorry, I just need to talk about this, but there are a lot of people out there with prosthetics on them that they just don't feel like it's actually a part of them. That they struggle with it to fully grasp it because it doesn't feel like it's them. And they take a long time to get used to that fact because they don't really feel that it's there, that it's not really a part of them. It's just some add-on, an attachment. I personally never met anyone with prosthetics before, but I just can imagine it can't be easy for them. And for those who have lost some of their limbs, I just hope you know that you are not lesser for losing them. You just need to find a way to move forward. Be if you lost them from birth, lost them from accidents, from wars, know that you're still yourself, even if you are a limb less. Great respect for you for going through life and having to bear that, and know that you're still human no matter how many limbs you have. Anyway, I'm gonna stop there. I'm getting teary-eyed with this. So anyway, that's gonna do it for me. Thank you all so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy this video, please remember to hit that like button. Also, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and show your support for the channel. I very much appreciate that. Now, with that being said, I'm going to see if I can upgrade some of these weapons a bit. So, thank you all once again, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Take care of yourselves, and drive safely out there, people. Bye-bye, take care, and have a good one. Okay, got some work to do here.